NFL Week 4, we're coming with all of our early picks, our first glance, and what we are siding with. Now, these may change as we get closer to Sunday, but this is going to be our very first look, and we're going to do just a quick dive into all of our games. Starting with Thursday night, we have the Dallas Cowboys at the Meadowlands, at New York, or Jersey rather, but neither team has been that impressive. Now, we have the Dallas Cowboys who are scoring more than anybody in all of the NFL, and they are also giving up more points than anybody in the NFL. And then we have the New York Giants, who are looking better with Malik Nabers. He's coming on strong. These LSU receivers are something different. We have a little bit of rain here in the forecast. It's supposed to be pretty heavy showers later in the game. Not sure how much that is going to affect the game, but as we look at this here, I believe that the Cowboys have won 7 in a row, or they are going for their 7th in a row. Let's see here. Yeah, they're looking for their 7th straight win. So history has not been too favorable to the New York Giants in this matchup, and it's a bummer as a football fan and also as a New York Giants fan myself. It's been painful fandom, but as we just take a quick look at it here, they both went against the Cleveland Browns, both walking away with wins. Very different sided games, though. We had a low-scoring affair for the New York Giants, and then we had an absolute blowout win for the Dallas Cowboys. Now, in the last two outings, the two times that the Cowboys played the Giants last year, they put up a 40-piece and a 49-piece. We heard Dak going through the tunnel, you guys can jump off the bandwagon now. You guys can leave us now. So I think they're going to be a bit fired up, and we're siding with the Dallas Cowboys, not only to win, but to cover. Okay. Now, as we go over to Houston, we got C.J. Stroud and the Houston Texans. Still no Joe Mixon. Looks like he's day-to-day or week-to-week, but they have options. They got Cam Akers. They got Dameon Pierce. But here is the real story. The Houston Texans, top 10, top 7 in rushing yards and passing yards. But as we look at the red zone efficiency, they've been just as bad as just about anybody in all of football. And if we look at Trevor Lawrence, this is a guy that we've been talking about for years now, saying just give him time, just give him time, just give him time. We're running out of time. At some point, we have to say he is just not that good. And after that Monday night routing versus the Buffalo Bills, I mean, they had the backups in very quick and due time. So it's hard to say with a 6.5 point spread here. But this is about the time that the Houston Texans started to catch their stride last year, where C.J. Stroud really started to click, and I think it's been an abundance of riches, right, where he's had a little bit too much options, but I think he really starts to settle in here. They start to develop their chemistry, but these wins aren't against impressive teams, the Vikings, right? They've shown us exactly who they are. Very good. Took it to them. And then we've had just some low-scoring affairs other than this routing for the Jaguars. So I'm a bit torn, but if I had to make the pick, and it sounds like I do, I think we're going to go with Jacksonville. I know this is crazy because I truthfully, I want no part of any of this game. I don't even know how much I want to watch it. The Jaguars don't look good. The Texans don't look that good. And 6.5 is very generous. So, I mean, coin flip, I say Texans to win, Jaguars to cover. Okay, here we go. On to the next game. We have the Chicago Bears at home versus the Los Angeles Rams. And this Los Angeles Rams team is absolutely beaten up. No Puka, no Cooper. I believe Kyron Williams is going to find pay dirt. He's going to find a way to get in the end zone. And if I had to make a bet on this game, that'd probably be one of them. But this Chicago Bears defense is real, guys. This Chicago Bears defense is very real. Giving up an average of 19 points a game here. pretty top 10 or at least top half on a lot of these offensive categories. I think I'm not completely sold on the Caleb Williams hype. I don't love hype. I don't love hype. I love for you to show me exactly who you are. And you guys heard me say it here on the channel before. He was a couple quarters of football away at USC from being a below 500 quarterback. So he doesn't have a knack for winning. That's not what he's proven that he is. But this defense has kept them in games. And yes, did they have a great comeback win? These Los Angeles Rams, did they have a great comeback win versus a beat up San Francisco 49ers? They absolutely did. But they also got stomped by the Cardinals. Kept it close. I think there was a lot more rivalry and also more weapons in that opener versus the Detroit Lions. But we're going to have to roll with not only the Bears to cover. I like it more at 2.5, which I think you guys can find. But we're going Bears not only to cover, but to win. Okay? Now let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving, boys. We got the Colts at home versus the Pittsburgh Steelers and Anthony Richardson. Are we really surprised? Are we surprised that he's making miraculous throws and god-awful, maybe Frosh JV level throws? No, this is exactly who he has always been. And now he's going up against a Pittsburgh Steelers defense that is stingy. First, look at these categories here. First in scoring, first in red zone efficiency, first in third down conversion, first in first down. So they are not letting them score. They are not letting them get in the end zone. They are not letting them get first downs. They're not letting them get third down. They are shutting down offenses, and they're shutting down the run game. This game, the tale of this game is really all about the defense here. We know Justin Fields can make some big plays, but we basically have two of the same guys. We have skinnier, quicker, light-skinned version of Anthony Richardson, small, light-skinned Anthony Richardson. He's going to make some bad throws. He's going to make some miraculous plays, but I do believe in the Pittsburgh Steelers offense and their ability to bottle up Anthony Richardson and force him to make mistakes. He is going to make mistakes. This Pittsburgh Steelers offense or defense, second in the league in turnovers. He is going to make mistakes. It's going to be a low-scoring affair. I'd probably side the under even at 40.5, and we're going with the Pittsburgh Steelers not only to win but to cover a 1.5 point spread here. Now, as we keep it moving along, we got the Eagles. We got Jalen Hurts going up against Baker. Okay, and now the Bucs are coming off of an ugly loss here to the Denver Broncos. It was really the Bo Nix coming out story, or coming out party rather. And then we had a very, very odd one for the Eagles versus the Saints. You know, the Saints have put up a fair amount of points, but I think there's more hype, a little bit more sizzle than steak with that Saints offense. And so if we just take a quick look here, these first three games, we had the Brazil game, Jordan Love versus Jalen Hurts. Eagles come away with a high-scoring win here. Then we have a terrible beat right here, a close nail-biter where the Eagles lost to the Falcons, and then they come ahead and walk away with an ugly win. And there were a lot of weird things that just happened in this game, but we do have these Bucs at home. Will they be able to bounce back? Oh man, gun to my head. I feel like there's a gun to my head in every single one of these picks. I don't love it. I really don't love it. But we got to say, with the Bucs at home, man, this is tough to make on the spot. But if we're gonna go ahead and take our leans, let's take a quick look at these injuries here. A.J. Brown confirmed. Brown and Devontae Smith miss Wednesday. Yeah, give me the Bucs. We're going the Bucs. We're going Bucs to cover as well as to win. We're going with the plus money favorites here with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And this one hurts for me because I got Jalen Hurts in fantasy, and that has not been that fruitful. All right, let's keep it moving here, boys. We got the Cincinnati Bengals. It's almost like Trevor Lawrence. You know, Joe Burrow had a very good 1 year, and we're still riding on that hype. They're showing us exactly who they are here as well. And now we have the Carolina Panthers that have new life. They have new life. So we had the Bengals here Monday night versus the Washington Redskins. Again, another rookie quarterback coming out party with Jaden Daniels. Now this offense was putting up some points. Jamar Chase and Joe Burrow starting to click again. Okay, but also we have the Panthers with new life, and we're starting to see Bryce Young was the problem. He was always the problem. Okay? So we're going to keep this one nice, quick, and easy. We are going to go with the Carolina Panthers to cover, Bengals to win. Next pick. All right, here we go. We got a dirty one. We got the Saints and the Falcons. We saw Kirk Cousins primetime versus the Chiefs, and it was a fun watch, honestly. It was a fun watch to watch him go against Mahomes. They came out hot, and then that O-line got banged up, and it got yucky, boys. It got real yucky. And then we had the Saints offense that really wasn't able to do much. After, a 47-point outing here, a 44-point outing here, and then they put up a 12 spot. And do I think that the 12-point outing is what we're going to expect out of the Saints offense the rest of the season? No. But do I think that 40-plus point outings are going to be what we should expect as well? No. So if I had to take a lean here, it's probably going to be leaning towards the we're leaning towards the under here. This is my first time doing a video like this where we're actually just going through the entire slate of games without a copious amount of research. Obviously, I'm watching all of these games, but these rankings here are very skewed. They're very skewed because of a very small sample size, but the Saints defense has been well, and we're going to go with the Saints as plus money dogs here. So we're going Saints plus 2.5 and to win it. Let's keep it rolling, boys. All right. We got a defensive showdown, and it was really exciting to see Aaron Rodgers and that offense start to click last week on Thursday when they were up against the New England Patriots. Now, that's not a team that is very formidable versus a real team here, right? What we saw on that opening week of week 1 versus the Niners versus a healthy San Francisco 49ers. They weren't there. They weren't clicking, but I think this chemistry is going to be clicking more and more. And, Bo Nix had a very solid week last week. But ultimately, this Jets defense is better. This Jets offense is better. There's a reason they're such heavy favorites. But man, 7.5 is a lot to cover. You know what? Give me the Broncos to cover, Jets to win. Let's keep it pushing, boys. All right. Now, are we zooming through this? No, we're still only in the 10 a.m. games. My goodness. All right, here we go. We got the Minnesota Vikings. Man, they look good. They're special. They're clicking. Sam Darnold looks great. Where are we at on the injury with Sam Darnold, though? That's what the people really want to know. How is his knee holding up? Do we have any sort of news? Is he playing? Is he good? You good, my boy? You good, my boy? Let's take a quick look here, see if we have any news on ESPN. Let's see here. And we're doing this in real time, so this is a little different. If we don't love this, if we don't love this, what would we call it? This style of video, I'm still probably going to make it, and we'll just do it better. But for now, I think we like it, boys. I think we like it. So I'm not going to go crazy deep dive here. I think that I think that the Minnesota Vikings are real. I think they're very real. The Packers have shown signs of being very solid. That run game has looked fantastic. But Aaron Jones looks great in Minnesota Vikings purple and gold. And as long as he is healthy, this offense is going to be very good. They got weapons. And that defense is stout. That defense is applying pressure. That defense is shutting down the run game. That defense is applying that pressure, okay? So we're rolling with the Minnesota Vikings not only to win, but to cover as 2.5-point dogs. Let's keep it pushing, boys. And mind you, this is only our early picks. This is just our first glance. We're going to come with our locks, not only for our free plays. We're probably going to give about 2 free plays before the weekend here, but also we have our VIP community, guys. Make sure you go over to winnable.com/IamJimmyHill. If you didn't see my baseball video yesterday, we are running a special right now. It's spooky season. It's October. So we're going to use code SPOOKY on this October VIP special. That's going to get you 75% off. So this $400 package for 5 weeks of VIP picks, we're talking NFL, we're talking NCAA football, we're talking UFC, we're talking MLB. You're going to get all my VIP plays for only $100. You're going to make that back by Monday. Easy. I know it. You're going to make that money back by Monday, and then we're just riding for the rest of October. So this is going to cover you all the way through October. So DFS plays, sportsbook plays, all of my VIP plays will be posted. So make sure you go use code SPOOKY. Code SPOOKY on that October VIP special package to get you 75% off. Now let's keep it pushing, boys. All right. We got our 1 o'clock games now. The New England Patriots just are not good. They're not good. They're not good. They're not good at all. Okay, we have the Niners that are a bit beat up, but I expect Brock Purdy and Brandon Ayuk to continue to click. Brandon Ayuk, if you look at it by, the advanced metrics, he is winning routes. Yeah, he had that one drop. He's getting separation, though, and Brock Purdy is going to find a way to feed him. Then we got Jawan Jennings looking like the second coming of Randy Moss. Okay, we're rolling with the Niners not only to win. This is bold. Ooh, this is bold. This is so bold. We're rolling with the Niners not only to win, but to cover a 10.5 point spread. I'm feeling frisky. I'm feeling real frisky. Let's run it. All right, let's keep it pushing, boys. We got the Commanders and the Arizona Cardinals. This is going to be a fun one. This is the one I have my eyes on. This is the quarterback play that I love to see. We got the dual threat quarterbacks. We got an insane showdown here. We got a 50.5 point over under. I'm slamming the over. I want to see fireworks. I do. I want to see fireworks. And now we see here, right, we got 2 top 10, top 5 offenses here. We got 2 bottom tier defenses here. Okay. In terms of injuries, right, the Cardinals defense is looking a bit beat up. Okay. We saw Budda Baker go down. But I love this matchup. I love the quarterback play. I love the fireworks. I love the options, right? I mean, Jaden Daniels was absolute nails. I think it was 91.8% pass completion, just absolute accuracy. And it could have been even more lopsided because he missed Terry McLaurin on a few open deep ones, on some open deep ones. Okay. So we are rolling with dun. You know what? I'm rolling with the hot hand. I'm rolling with the road dog. Let's go Washington Commanders. Not only to win, but to cover as 3.5 point dogs. Let's keep it pushing. All right. We got the Cleveland Browns. Yuck. We got the Las Vegas Raiders. Yuck. I don't want to watch this game. I probably won't. Scott Hansen's probably going to bring it up on the TV, and I might just have to cover my eyes for a little bit because we are going to be absolutely dialed on NFL Red Zone. But this is just a stinker. But you know what? There's something about Antonio Pierce and what he said about guys out there making business decisions, and we're going to have to make business decisions in this house. Okay? Oh, you know what? Give me... Ooh, this one stings. I got to dig a little bit deeper here. Let's take a quick look. Okay. We got the Cleveland Browns who lost to the New York Giants. They barely beat the Jacksonville Jaguars and got absolutely romped by the Cowboys. Then we had the Raiders losing to the fiery Ginge from TCU, Andy Dalton, and then, a close one. A very, very close one versus the Ravens, but the Ravens have not had much luck when it comes to officiating. And then they lost to a really bad Chargers team here. Well, when they lose big. Okay, so if we're going to go back and take a look at this, give me the Cleveland Browns not only to cover, but to win. Let's keep it moving, boys. Man, I got some road wins in here. More than I thought. And this one should be an absolute no-brainer. No need to even really dig super deep into it. The Chargers don't look good. They don't look good at all. Coming off of a loss to who they lose to again? Oh yeah, to the Pittsburgh Steelers. You know, one thing about Patty Mahomes is he can win a close one, okay? And one thing about this Chiefs team is that they're all close ones right now. So give me the Chiefs to win and the Chargers to cover. Yeah, that's how we're feeling. That's how we're feeling. You know, we might be zooming through this pretty quickly, but we got a lot of games on this slate. So let's keep it moving. We got our Sunday night showdown, Buffalo Bills. Ooh, they look good. They look so good versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. And then we have the Baltimore Ravens at home. Okay, and the line is pretty tight here. Let's just take another look. We have 46.5 point over under. The Buffalo Bills top 5, top 10 in every offensive category. The Baltimore Ravens defense, not so much. Okay, and this offense is starting to click. They got rid of Stephon Diggs, and they're not missing him. They're just not missing him. Okay, now yards per play, they're really limiting the big play. This Buffalo Bills defense, and if we take a quick look here, you know, we know about this rushing attack. Honestly, would not be surprised by an under here as they really try to control the clock. I expect a very physical football game, but give me the Buffalo Bills to win and to cover on the road. Let's keep it moving, boys. All right, as we go into our next game, Monday night, the early Monday night game. This one's a stinker. This one's an absolute stinker. Now, I believe that the Miami Dolphins signed Tyler Huntley, so we might see a change here at quarterback, but he still does not know. He does not know this playbook. Okay, and we have the Tennessee Titans defense, who has looked they're better than I guess these stats because they have played pretty tough. Okay, now they absolutely got their ass whooped by the Green Bay Packers. Lost a one-score game here versus the New York Jets, and lost a one-score game here versus the Chicago Bears. And then if we take a look here at the Miami Dolphins, they won the opener versus Jacksonville, got absolutely stomped by the Buffalo Bills, and got absolutely stomped by the Seattle Seahawks. And the Seattle Seahawks, solid program. They play good, sound football, okay? But you know what? Let's get the Tennessee Titans to win and to cover on the road to get into the win category. Congratulations, you guys have a batting average. Okay, we're rolling with the Tennessee Titans to win and to cover. I don't know. Will Levis, not very good, but it's better than having absolutely no quarterback. It's going to be a stinker. And if I had to pick any side in that game, it definitely would have been the under. Even at 36.5, I'm still siding the under because I could very well see, a 20-16 game. And that's probably what it will be. Now, they have to find a way. They have to find a way to get the ball to Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle. I feel like no teams are doing the jet touch pass anymore. And it was really Tyreek Hill that made it so popular. But we're going with our final Monday night game. We got the Seattle Seahawks on the road versus the Detroit Lions. Seattle Seahawks 3-0. They look good. They're winning games first. A very, very shitty Miami Dolphins team. A Miami Dolphins offense that literally could do nothing. New England Patriots, a very, very bad team, and they lost. And they won that one by only 3. And then the Denver Broncos with Bo Nix, who literally could not do anything right. Then we have the Lions, okay? Battle-tested versus a healthy Los Angeles Rams. Lost to a red-hot Baker Mayfield in week 2. And then they won here versus the Arizona Cardinals. And it was a great game. It was a fantastic game. This run game of the Detroit Lions is very, very real. That two-headed monster, let me tell you about it. That two-headed monster with Jahmyr Gibbs, with Monty. I mean, Monty is my RB2 in fantasy, and man, he's a producer. He really is. And so I really expect the Detroit Lions to control the ball this entire game. I do expect punches to be thrown back and forth, but you know what? Give me the Detroit Lions not only to win, but to cover as 3.5 point favorites. If I had to, just to take a quick look here, how much of a difference does it make from a 3.5 to a 2.5 here on this bet? Detroit -2.5, -149. it's not super enticing. It really isn't. You know, all these games have been close ones, but we expect them to win and to cover. And that is all that we got, okay? So we have the Detroit Lions to not only win, but to cover at home. These are all of our early picks, guys. Like I said, these are our early picks. So when we come with our final picks, we are going to have our research dialed. I'm not a high volume bettor. That's not the guy that I am. I'm a sniper. I like to narrow in. I like to find the juice that I really, really, really love and go and hammer that. So we will come with a free play video for Thursday, tomorrow morning. We will come with a free play video closer to the weekend. And then, like I said, guys, make sure you go get on my VIP. Take advantage of this October VIP special, because I can't even believe that I'm giving this away, you know, this $400 package away at $100. Like I said, you'll be in profit before Monday. And now we just ride that thing. So these are our early picks for week 4 NFL, a longer video. If you guys are still here, I appreciate you. I love you. We'll see you mañana. Peace.